Hooray! Hi everyone. Welcome to D&D League Season 1, Week 4. We are back. Just a quick announcement before we get started. We have an event next Friday, March 1st at 7:30 p.m. CMSA eSports. We're going to have a meetup at the North End in Chicago, 7:30 p.m. March 1st. It's a Friday. Please come out, say hi, meet some D&D people, meet some other leagues. Just hang out and have a good time. There'll be drink specials and pizza, so it'll be a good time. Great. So I think that's all I have in terms of announcements. How's everyone doing tonight?
Good. Really good.
So great.
Amazing.
I'm sounding a little froggy today, so
Me too.
please forgive the audio.
Yeah, we had some.
How dare you?
Karaoke last night, which was ill-advised.
You
considering
went out and did social things?
We did not go. Well,
oh, okay.
It was at our friend Tree's house, and he is moving out of state, and so we were obliged to attend. And then once you get karaoke in front of me, it's hard to
it's
stop.
just game over.
It's everyone else's problem. Got it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. On that note, team, let's go ahead and play some D&D. So. Last time, our group dispatched reanimated skeletons in the crypt under the burial place of an individual, Brother Keith, the person who hired you, believed to be a green dragon polymorphed into a human. You did so with the help of a new member of your group, Todirk. You eventually made your way to a room in this crypt, and in this room was a teleportation circle and several glowing sigils on the wall. And after disturbing this teleportation circle, the sigils grew brighter, and several bodies on the ground, which appeared to be made up of several different humanoid and dragon body parts, reanimated and attacked. You eliminated them, and you learned that the group behind this magic was likely trying to use some sort of necromantic magic to create a Dracolich. You reported your findings to Brother Keith, and you went back to the Tea Kettle, which is your de facto home base for the time being. And while you were relaxing, a half-orc named Burl Ka, a representative of the Emerald Enclave, warned you that someone in the inn was carrying a dangerous magical item. You made your way to various tables to determine who had this dangerous item, and you learned that a man was carrying something in his bag, and when you asked him about it, he pulled away, and whatever was in the bag broke open. And out released some sort of lightning magic that bounced from him to other individuals. You later learned that the order in which the individuals were struck was based upon whether they had some sort of items or had ingested things from the quivering forest on them. During this chaos, you determined that a dragon's tooth, which was also in the man's bag, would capture the lightning inside of it. And so you used it, and it did so. The individuals were in a trance-like state, but it soon appeared to wear off. Burl asked for the tooth, and you agreed to give it to him, so he and the Emerald Enclave could study it. And he warned you to keep an eye on other guilds, which appeared to be growing in power. Eventually, he left, and finally, you get a couple minutes to yourself to relax, kind of get to know each other a little bit more. What's everyone doing? After that evening passed, you wake up in the morning, and you have some breakfast. What's everyone doing?
So we got a long rest in?
Yeah, you get a long rest. Absolutely.
Okay.
Whoa. I love long resting. What a dream. I don't think I used anything in the last session, but it's great to
be
I was injured, and I don't remember why I was injured, but I was injured, so.
You're fine.
How were you injured?
I had no idea, but I was missing help, so I was like, okay, whatever. So I was like, okay, I'll take a long rest.
We fought that one lady briefly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway. Man, it's been pretty crazy couple of days, huh?
Yeah, I sure wasn't expecting this town to hold so many...
Interesting?
Yeah. I really can't say... Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Can I ask the innkeeper how the people are doing that were injured?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so you walk up to, I'm assuming, Madame Fiona behind the bar.
Yeah.
Okay, and what do you ask her? What do you say? What do you do as you approach?
I just want to know how the people that were injured during the attack, how they're doing, if anyone's, especially there was a little girl involved, like, is anyone seriously injured?
Well, considering that it happened last night, I can't say that I know for certain, but they were taken to some medical professionals. I can only assume that they're fine, but I haven't heard anything this morning about any tragedy, so to speak, last night. The poor little girl. That's probably the one that I'm most saddened by. She didn't deserve that. But like I said, I haven't heard any bad news this morning, and no bad news is a good thing, wouldn't you say?
That it is. That it is.
Great. Would you like a drink or anything? Can I get you anything?
Some orange juice would be lovely.
Wonderful, lovely. And she goes back behind the bar. She's got kind of like a little container that's just filled with ice with different bottles of different juices, and she pulls out one with a yellowish liquid and she pours it into a glass, hands you the orange juice, and she says, "That one's on the house. No worries. Thank you for dealing with the chaos last night. It's strange happenings happening in these parts of Flan. Wouldn't you agree?"
Indeed, do I. Make sure you keep an eye out, and I know you have daughters, so make sure you keep them safe as well.
Will do. Thank you.
Make my way back to the table.
I love it. Robbie, yellowish liquid
Orange
for
juice.
orange juice?
Yeah, it's yellowish. It's not
Typically,
necessarily
I would
orange.
describe
Okay.
oranges as like, I don't know, like an orangey color.
Okay, well, I'm the DM, and in this universe, it's
Yep.
yellow. So.
I think I say, kind of strange, don't you think, that they were all trancy and walking, it looked like out of the city?
That is disturbing.
Right? Yeah, I wonder where they were going.
Yeah, I was half tempted to let them go so we could follow them.
Yeah, kind of lost that lead, huh?
Yeah.
But also,
I mean, I guess we could go that direction, but I don't know if we would find much.
yeah, it's hard to tell like how far we could go before we were just like wandering, you know?
What about that half orc last night?
Oh,
Where did he end up going? Do you think he would know? And how did he know that somebody had something dangerous and magical?
I think that Bo gives like a knowing glance over and says like, well, he's with the Emerald Enclave, of course.
Okay.
So that's how, obviously.
There are two good guy organizations running around this town. That seems very suspect. Like, just, like, there must be, where are they all getting information from, separately? The Harpers and the
Yeah.
Enclave.
I feel like there has to be. Are they working together? Is there something nefarious happening?
Must be some sort of informant somewhere.
That's what I'm thinking. Someone feeding them both information. I'm not saying they're bad. Neither one of them are bad, but where are they getting information from is what I want to know.
Yeah, it's a good question, but they seem to not have the same information, right? Like, we didn't see any Harpers in here last night, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Could just be a
Just
coincidence, I guess.
Very, very annoying food critic.
Yeah, I didn't like him. He seemed kind of a dick.
I'm kind of hoping that he'll forget our conversation.
That you almost shut a restaurant down?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where did that come from, I guess? I
Well-
was surprised.
Listen, I don't have your skill for improvisation, Bo.
Mm-hmm.
I did what I could.
In the future, I would
did your
say
best.
a general tip, less lies makes it easier to kind of have lower the stakes.
Well, in the future, I think I'll just, do what I ended up doing, which is what everybody expects me to do anyway. Intimidate
you're-
everybody in the room and get the information that way. So there's no point in studying theater or whatever.
Aw.
Your brutish ways got us quicker to the answer than everyone else's half-assery sly ways, so...
Yeah. I'm gonna abruptly stand up and go to the bar.
All right.
You upset him, Bo. Look what you did.
What can I get you?
A tea, maybe, if you have one.
Of course. And anything in particular?
Whatever you have is fine.
She takes a look under the counter and she says, "Oh, well, we only have one available, so that's good to hear." She boils up some water and puts a tea pouch into it and lets it steep for a little bit before she hands it to you. And she kind of like leans over the counter and she says, "So you've been getting quite a lot of jobs lately, haven't you? It's, you seem to be quite popular. Haven't seen many people pass up the opportunity to ask your fine group for when there's work to be done.
Yeah, well,
Quite fascinating, isn't it?"
I suppose you're right. There seems to be a lot that needs doing in this town. Is it always this busy?
Well, that's the thing. No, not always. I'm sure you've gathered that there's been quite a lot of commotion these past couple weeks, focusing around these cults and dragons.
Mhm.
I'll just say that you walked into my tavern. I knew that you'd be the type of people to adequately address some of these problems.
Well, we're doing our best.
And I know, and I'll do what's in my power to continue giving you the opportunity to do your best, if you catch my meaning. I just think
Yes.
fellow travelers like you deserve the opportunity to make a name for yourselves and not end up like me. Well, not that I'm upset about running a bar or an inn, but get the opportunity for yourselves to make a name for yourselves and get the glory that you deserve, that you're clearly capable of obtaining. But I'll
Pardon me if this is intrusive and you don't
No,
have to
not at
answer,
all.
but
Not at all.
were you not always thinking you would run a bar?
Let's just say if I had a choice, I'd be going out. I'd be seeing mountains. I'd be seeing the ends of the world, vanquishing foes. Just lots of things like that. Getting out there
Well.
and adventuring. Don't take it for granted. I'll just say that.
I don't know everything, but I do know that it's never too late to start if you ever want to accompany us on a little joust or whatever. Feel free.
I appreciate that.
I'm sure your daughters are quite capable of looking after the bar for one night.
Absolutely, of course they are. I appreciate that. I think for the time being, though, I'll just continue doing what I can to gently nudge people your way.
Well,
That,
we sure do appreciate it.
Of course. Speaking of
Thank you for the
which,
tea.
you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Well,
Speaking of which,
get back to it. Get back to it. No, I might have directed one more person your way. If you're interested in one more adventure for
well,
the week.
I can't speak for everybody, but I'd sure be happy to hear him out. I'm sure everybody else would as well.
Of course. They should be here this evening. But in the
Right.
meantime, feel free to enjoy your time here and get some rest. You deserve it. You've done so much for this establishment, for Flan in general. You deserve it.
Thank you. I'm gonna take the tea and go over here. And well, it looks like we're going to have another busy night.
What's going on?
What a dream.
Well, Madame Fiona was just telling me there might be someone else looking to hire our services. She didn't say anything more, but that he would be here tonight to speak with us.
Has she been the one throwing people our way?
She did imply that.
A patron
So,
of the arts. We love it.
So could she be the middle informer that I was just wondering how they're all getting the information from?
It's possible.
I don't suspect she's bad, it's just weird.
I think that she might envision herself doing more than running a bar.
Interesting.
She just has her ears in a lot of places then.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible.
Good for her. Good for her.
Yeah.
I mean,
love
I'm
an
sure all of us
entrepreneur.
can relate in some way or another.
Very much so. I knew that I couldn't do my parents' business. I never wanted to get into the trading. No, it's a bar's life for me. You know.
How did you know?
How did I know what I wanted to do, or that I wanted to be a bard? Great
Yes.
question. How did I know? Well, I've always loved storytelling, Alistair. So when a prestigious institution like the College of Lore, I don't know, are there real colleges, Robert? Like, is there a college name, or is it called the College of Lore?
My recollection, I think it. I mean, I don't know. What did your character go to? Did your character go to the College of Lore? Or did it have a name?
It should have a name, right? Let me think on it, because I don't know. But when they came calling with the opportunity, I knew I had to take it. Got to study, history and performance, and found my passion for it. Wanted to make a living out of it.
The top
I
of
always
these
wanted to
tables
go to
wouldn't be the
school.
same without you.
Thank you. Why didn't you go to school, Alistair? It's okay if you don't want to talk about it.
Well, my mother tried to enroll me, and they were unwilling to take me. So she taught me at home instead.
Well, it turned out fine. Looks like.
Thank you.
Slay. So, Mr.
Lie.
Toe. Mr. Toe, Dirk, what's your deal?
I grew up on the streets of whatever major city is closest to where we are right now.
Love it.
What's it called again?
We're in Flan, but I don't know
Yeah.
what the biggest city nearby is. Rob, do you know?
I would have to roll a history check, and I know it's fail at the moment. So
Great. One of them. A big city.
And yeah, didn't have any parents really to teach me anything. Learned what I could, just growing up on the streets. So I'm not as book smart as I'd like to be. I'm definitely more street smarts.
I'll invite you to my lecture series when I start putting them on for the group. It sounds like Alistair would be interested as well. So I'm happy to talk about what I know. Obviously, for a fee, we can discuss that, what tutoring looks like later.
I don't think I will require your tutoring services, but thank you, Bo. That's very nice of you to offer.
Okay, suit yourself.
Yeah, I've gotten this far with what I know. Why would I need to learn more?
Theo would happily tutor for free. I promise I'm just as smart as Bo, and would happily tutor for free.
I do a little like reading rainbow over my head with minor illusion, just like no one's half the battle, kids. So
Well, what about you, Bay?
I grew up in a druid colony of humans, so I was a little out of place, but I decided to come and travel and look for my people.
Well, it seems one way or the other, all of us sort of stand out, except for maybe you, Fior.
you're basic.
I mean, wow. Yet here I am, completely even with all of you, standing toe to toe in friendship.
Thanks for
With
slumming
you
it with that.
freaks. With you freaks.
Now hold on a second. That's fine words where I'm from, Fior. All right, I'm gonna go get another round. What do you guys want to get up to today?
Well, I suppose we could split up and do some. Well, Fior, you might want to go check in on the child.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna check on the patients.
Maybe Bo, you could do asking around, see if that
Okay.
orc man. Well, I guess I could find the orc man. I don't know.
All right. I mean, cool. Otherwise, we can just kill some time. Sounds like we might have another job coming in. Might be good to
We just
take
have,
it easy.
we just have to regroup here by night, she said.
So we have some time. It's only about 10 a.m.
Go.
Let's split up, King.
Well, I guess we could all go with you to, go check on the patients, and then we could go look for the orc, but unless you want to go alone.
That's fine, I don't care. That's fine with me.
What do you all want to do?
I would also like to visit the child.
I'm actually okay. I might stick around, see if I can scrounge up some information.
All right. I'm going to go ask Madame Friona if the half-orc is staying here. I'll be right back.
You
Is
walk
she?
up to the bar, and she greets you one more time. Another drink?
Oh, I was just wondering, that half-orc from last night, is he staying here at the inn?
Oh, no. We get all sorts of people who come in and out of the inn at all hours. More and more lately. Lots of important-looking people who've been coming in and out of the tea kettle. But no.
Do you know where he might be?
I'm afraid I don't. I'm sorry. It's I can assure you that I've never seen him before, but
Of course.
Unfortunately, I just don't know any information about him. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Thank you.
Of course.
Well, he's not here, and she doesn't know where he could be, so...
All right. Well, search is over, I guess. The important thing is we tried, right?
We talked to one person. That was the most thorough search ever.
Well,
Sorry.
I mean, I guess. Do y'all want to go meet the patients while
Yeah,
we stay
Yeah,
here?
let's go.
Yeah, Fio's gonna go check out the patients himself and see how they're handling.
So you make your way out of the inn, and you find yourselves in the Flan streets. And you make your way to a fairly nice looking building, kind of off in the center of town, um, that houses patients. And you can see that there's not a lot of commotion at this point anymore. I mean, you can see a couple of people walking outside of the of this building. Um, it seems like business is normal. You walk into the building and you find an individual at the receptionist at the reception area, and he asks, "How can I help you today? Are you here because you have an appointment?"
Hi, yeah, we're here to inquire about the patients that were injured in the lightning damage attack from last night.
Oh yes. Let's see. He kind of looks through some of his papers on his desk, takes some notes down, and he asks, "Are you related to the patients at all?"
No, but we were the ones that rescued them, I guess, and we just want to make sure that our heroing job is fully finished and make sure
Fair
that they're
enough.
doing well.
Oh, well, fair enough. Let's see. He scribbles down kind of like a note indicating which room they're in, hands it to you, or the different rooms that they're in, hands you the notes, and says, "Let me know if you have any questions."
Thank you so much.
Of course.
We'll go to each room, I guess. Pop in.
Cool. Which one do you want to start with?
Let's start with the little girl first, make sure she's okay, and then the rest after.
Okay, so you walk into this kind of small-looking room. It's got a bed, very not ostentatious by any means. It's got a like a nightstand, and there's this little girl who's kind of sitting in the bed. She's got her covers on, but it doesn't appear like she's in any pain, and in fact, it looks like she's relatively alert. And you take a look at her face, and you can see that she's actually, frankly, a little. She looks a little annoyed.
Hey there, how are you feeling? Do you remember us?
Hi. I can't say that I do.
Oh. Well, we're the ones that rescued you from whatever was happening to you.
Oh, you're rescue.
What do you remember from yesterday?
I don't. I was just. I had bought some flowers from the flower stand. I was just playing around outside on the outside the buildings, and then all of a sudden, I just remember, like feeling tingly. It like hurt a little bit, but I think it was just more uncomfortable than anything else. And I felt really like calm, I think, afterwards. Yeah, but that's all I remember. And then I woke up, and then they brought me here, and everyone seemed really worried, and it kind of scared me a little bit. But I think I'm ready to go home. But they're keeping me here because they want to figure out. I don't know why I'm still here.
You don't remember where you might have been walking to?
Well, I was just playing around outside. I wasn't going anywhere. Just playing.
Did they say why you can't leave?
something about um uh di- diagnoses, trying to figure out I don't know, I heard that word a lot. Like trying to figure out what's going on. I feel fine though.
Diagnosis.
Oh, well, I don't know, that sounds right, maybe, I don't know. I feel fine though. I've been sitting in bed all day. I'm kind of bored. It's just such a beautiful day outside. I'm ready to go.
Can I do an Arcana check on her? See if there's like anything residual magic left over?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
15.
15. You detect no residual magic on her.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm sure you'll be released soon. They just probably want to make sure you're okay and then get back home to your parents or
I hope
whatever,
so.
whoever you live with.
Yeah, hopefully.
If you ever need help again, make sure you come find us.
Oh, okay. How would I do that?
We'll probably be in the inn, the bar. Look in the bar for us.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Great job.
I mean, it's not wrong. Where the hell are you gonna find us? I do want to go to the one with the bow, mostly because I want to steal her bow.
Okay, so you walk into another room. You kind of like pass a couple of them until eventually you find this elf woman who, Fiora, you recognize from the night before. You can see that she is also lying in her bed. Another just very plainly adorned room. Very quiet, aside from the like the tapping that she is doing against the nightstand. You can tell she's also very annoyed. She very clearly also wants to leave, but is being held for additional kind of observation and whatever testing needs to be done.
Heyo, so do you remember anything from last night?
Oh,
Yeah, you might remember
Hi.
us. We were there.
Oh, I remember you. I remember. I suppose I should say thank you. Do you have no idea what that was about? I certainly don't.
No, but we
All
stopped
I
it.
know, I appreciate that, and that's great. Thank you. I all I remember is that I was just all of a sudden taken over by this blast of energy. I don't know. I kind of like I remember like going dark briefly for some time, and then eventually coming to. I was like standing in the middle of the street. I felt really groggy, but I mean that's I mean really. And then I was taken here, kept me overnight to do some to make sure, I guess, that I'm not crazy or injured or what have you. But
Did you notice anything weird happen to you in the last week? Maybe meeting people that you've never met before. Or was anything different?
I suppose not me personally. I've actually not been here in Flan too much recently. I had only been here for a couple days. I was out patrolling the Quivering Forest for the last 2 weeks, but I've been here. I will say that I noticed that there seems to be a lot more activity in town. It's a lot more commotion. That's all I could say with any certainty. Do you think someone's targeting me, or?
Can't really say.
So it seems everyone that was targeted blacked out. And during your little blackout, do you happen to know, like, do you have any, like, thoughts from that moment?
It was just really nothing specific, but I just remember it being very, like, calm. Like I felt like I was being called to something by some reassuring voice, but I don't know. That's all I remember.
So, my friend Bo here loves, after he's helped someone, he loves to, like, ask for, like, a donation to our cause. And, That there bow you have, how special is that to you?
She has this dumbfounded look on her face, and she looks towards you, Fior, and she says, you come into my hospital room while I'm injured.
I mean, you
or at
said you're
least
fine.
recovering.
Let's-
I'm fine,
yeah,
I'm
let's-
fine. But they're keeping me here to recover, and you ask for my bow.
After saving your life, yes, that is
Listen.
correct.
Listen, I appreciate what you did for me. I'm very grateful. Thank you for ensuring that nothing else happened to me. But if you really wanted to help me, you wouldn't have done it with the expectation that you'd be paid, or that you'd be given something
I
that's
wasn't
very
expecting payment, but your bow's really
Something
cool.
something that's precious to me. Okay. Is there anything else I can help you with? I'm just ready to get out of here. And to be completely honest, this isn't helping anymore. So
Should have let the dragon cultist take her. That's it. We're good.
okay.
My
And
God.
she starts yelling as you leave the room.
You're not good at that.
I was
Me
hoping
and-
you would step in there, Bo. This is your department.
Bo and I are
there.
still back at the tavern.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
We're sitting at the table.
Okay, well, whoops. Well, it sounds like none of them have any information because they all blacked out and don't remember anything during their blackout. So, as long as they're all doing fine, Fear is over. It's gonna go back to the tavern.
Okay, cool. So you make your way back to the tea kettle. You find your friends, Bo and Alistair, still at the tavern.
So I tried to
You
get us
reconvene.
a payment for our job, and it did not go so well.
What do you mean a payment?
Sorry, you were
Just-
extorting them?
I thought you
I
went to
wouldn't
check
call it-
on the patients
I'm
at the
just-
hospital.
I was just following through on the lessons I've learned from you.
I'm sorry, I have never approached someone in the hospital that I have helped to then ask for payment after the fact. That's a little crass.
Didn't we?
Hard
After we just got
knowledge
back,
101.
after we just got back from the goblin camp, you made that woman give us all money, and we all gave it back to her, and you did not.
No, she offered us money. I did not ask her for money. And she offered it to me, so I kept it. You people are rubes. That's on you. But she gave that willingly. I never would have asked. I'm a good
I
person.
thought I did what I thought you would have wanted, though. My apologies.
Well,
Teach
you're a
me better
monster.
lessons.
I wish you thought better of me. Faye, did you have something to say? Were you also going to attack my character?
Just a little teasing.
So the bickering amongst your team continues along for the next couple hours as you catch up. You continue learning a little bit more about each other. You have a couple more drinks, and eventually, you have another drink, and you just kind of sit down and take the opportunity to continue just taking everything in. Eventually, as the sun finally sets in the west, you settle down for one last beverage. Whitley, one of Friona's daughters, sees to the late night crowd. She has this startlingly white hair that's pulled back in a tight braid, and she's juggling these pots of tea, tankards of ale, flagons of wine, another assorted mugs and cups. Eventually, the door to the tea kettle opens up, and you see a very worried-looking gnome. He wears patchwork clothes, and he has this floppy hat in his hands that he's ringing very nervously in his calloused hands. He takes a look around the room, and he looks behind the bar, and you see this kind of moment of recognition behind the bar. He walks up to the bar, and Friona nods, and she looks in your direction, points towards you all, and he starts making his way over to you. He ignores the stares and the whispered jibes from some of the other patrons, and he walks up to you and he says, "Are you adventurers? My little girl's in trouble. Will you listen to my story and help me potentially? I can pay. I can pay, of course."
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we got time. What's
Oh,
going on?
good.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
your name?
Oh, my name's Rillo. Rillo.
Great.
Yeah.
You doing
I-
all right there, bud?
Not really. Madam Fiona, I spoke with her, kind of like yesterday or earlier today, last night. I don't remember when. The time is just kind of all coming together at once. It's been a very
I don't think
busy
the time
couple of days.
matters.
No, I think it is.
Why
I
don't
think
you
it
just
is,
tell us
yeah.
what happened?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. So I have a daughter. Her name's Valona. I think she's in some trouble, and I could really use some help if you went and found her and got her, please.
What kind of trouble?
Well, well, she kind of gets herself into trouble a little bit sometimes. Like she like gets some like run-ins with the law sometimes. Most like minor crimes. That she'd get like small fees or a few days in the jail. And this all started after her mother died.
Look, we're
and
not
so I
cops. You can
Oh.
just tell us what's happening. You know what I mean? Like, what happened?
oh okay.
Yeah, we're not
gonna-
the
I don't care if she did
authorities.
some petty
Well-
crime. We've all done petty crimes.
Oh no, yeah, no, that's fine. I just this is background for your information.
No, yeah, I get
Um,
it. Thank you.
Yeah, just because I mean it's important to
I
me
think
that
what
you know
our
the full
friend
story
is,
because
trying to tell you is you don't have to worry about our judgment of your daughter.
Okay, all right. He takes a deep breath in, and he exhales, and he does what he can to calm down, and he says, last night while Valona was visiting my home, the guards came. The Black Fist guards. They arrested her. They gave no indication of the charges, which is different this time. In the past, she was always taken for things like, minor, shoplifting or just being rambunctious in the streets. Nothing like this. They wouldn't even tell me. They wouldn't tell her. They wouldn't tell me what it is that she did. In the past, she was held at Castle Valhavo, and the next day, today, I went, because I was gonna go pay for her release, but when I went to ask about her, the person behind the desk told me that she wasn't in the castle jail. I've tried to figure out where she is, bribing guards, calling in favors, but no one knows where she is. And naturally, I'm worried. I need help
Naturally.
finding her.
And you said the Black Fist guards took her? These are the
Yes.
local authorities?
Yeah, I think. Well, as far as I know, I think so, but I think there's a little more to it. I think they don't really have a lot of public trust. They seem a little. I think there's a lot of corruption in the Black Fists.
Well,
and
yes, I did say the public authorities, so that is
Yeah.
kind of comes
So-
with it.
I five Alistair.
Can I do like a history check to like see what I can get, like know about them?
Yeah.
12.
Not a lot.
What'd you get? Sorry.
A 12.
Oh, 12. Okay. Yeah, you don't know a ton of detail. The best you can gather is that you know that they were some sort of organized military force. They used to serve. Well, I mean, they still serve the city of Flan. but you don't really know. But you know that there's been kind of like they don't really have like the same level of like honor or respect that they used to have. That's the best you can remember. So
Does
yeah, generally it's like a military.
I'm forgetting.
Mm-hmm.
Does Flan have like a mayor or like a leader or like a overlord or something?
I think give me a history check. I don't even know if you would know.
Okay. 18.
18. Okay, yeah. You know that it is an oligarchic state or city.
Okay.
You know that it was in a particular family's lineage for quite some time, but you don't remember the name of the family. You haven't really had much of an interest to keep tabs on, some government organization that is
Right.
oligarchic and not necessarily at all times putting the will or the interests of the people first.
And the Black Fist serve the oligarchy?
Yeah, I mean they serve flan, but there's been some corruption.
Yeah.
Things are kind of tense with them. People don't really trust the Black Fist.
Okay, so you're saying your daughter was arrested by the Black Fist,
Yes.
taken somewhere,
Yes.
and you've spoken to who have you spoken to? Just so
Yeah, I went to some of the seedier parts of town. I found a cut purse. He told me after I paid a substantial fee that there are rumors of a secret prison that a small group of Black Fist guards use to torture prisoners and to hurt them and to kill them.
Why would they take your daughter there?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. You know where it is.
So I had to pay an extra amount of money to get that information, but my understanding is that it's underneath the ruins of the Lyceum of the Black Lord. The Lyceum itself has been converted into a makeshift shelter for injured people and people who need assistance. But I hear that there's a secret entrance under it.
wait, under the hospital?
Well, yeah, the Lyceum, yeah.
Oh yeah, where you all were just at.
Oh.
Did-
Well, now that's interesting.
Can I do an
That is
insight check to see if he actually doesn't think his daughter is doing anything bad?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why was she taken? I'm 13. I suspect nothing.
13, yeah, you can't quite tell whether he's telling the truth or not. He says though.
Do you
that,
know what other sorts of people are taken to this secret prison? Like, why do they even have a secret prison? What sort of people do they have to take there?
That's what I'm telling you. I don't know. I've never heard of this prison before, and it's appalling. And this can't stand. And yeah, this is the first I've heard about it, so I know nothing more about this prison than what's been told to me by people I don't even know I can trust.
Well, we actually have some connections at the Lyceum. We might have a reason to go in there, take a look around. Now, you had mentioned you were really excited to pay. What kind of rate are we looking at for this job? Not to be crass, but we got to get down to brass tacks. It sounds like this is sort of a quick turnaround job.
Okay. Well, I guess. I've scrounged and scrounged. If you go there and you learn how to release her, or if you get her, I'll give you 50 gold pieces if you learn anything about her. But if she is there and you're able to release her, I'll also throw in this beautiful family heirloom, this magnifying glass.
Does it do
He takes it-
anything?
Okay.
He takes it out and he shows you. Does it do anything? It brings me joy. It brings me comfort. It's been in my family for ages.
Okay, we don't. I think I
Can I-
look
can
at
I-
the table and I quietly be like, "Do we want that? Should we let him?"
Can I
keep
do an
that?"
Arcana? Can I do an Arcana check on it? See if it's actually anything useful.
Give me an Arcana check.
20.
Oh,
Dirty
it's
20.
20. Okay, you reach out your hand, Fior, and attempt to discern its magical properties. And with a resounding yes. Sorry, that would have been confusing. I was going to say with a resounding yes, there is no magic.
Oh.
Sorry.
I don't know about y'all, but I am moved by your story. 50 gold pieces should suffice. For
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I
Stop.
don't think we need your family magnifying glass.
Thank you. Thank you.
I feel so bad for you, man. It seems like a real bummer.
It is. I don't know what.
Can I do an insight check on
Mhm.
him?
Yep.
On me?
No, on the.
I was like, no, I feel bad for him.
What are
Real
you trying to look for or discern?
I'm trying to figure out if there is anything special about that magnifying glass that he's not telling us.
Perfect.
So I don't know. Well,
It's 19. That's pretty good.
19, that's good. Yeah, you're pretty certain that there's nothing special about this magnifying glass, other than it's a fine magnifying glass.
all right. Fine,
Well,
we'll do it.
So can you tell us anything else about this secret prison? Like, is the entrance inside the Lyceum?
No,
Or-
no. It's under it. So my understanding, again, I don't know if I can trust these people, but my understanding that there's an entrance under it, next to the river. It's beneath the ruins of the Lyceum. So you follow the river, and there's kind of like a concealed entryway under the building that leads to a series of tunnels that lead to the secret prison.
It's always the tunnels.
I love a tunnel.
So you've had experience with tunnels, so this should be no problem for you, right?
A problem. I
Right.
Going into a tunnel, I can't imagine would be like a perilous experience for me.
Oh.
I guess.
Good.
That
That's
was a
glad. I
tunnel
love that.
professional.
I've got tunnel experience.
Yeah, we're
Some
This
owls,
is
we're
so
familiar
reassuring
with
to me.
tunnels.
some owls burrow. I don't know if you know that. That is actually true.
So we're gonna go ask Chief Keef if he can help us. Is that where we're going?
What?
What?
Chief Keef?
Nah, we're just gonna go down to the river and see if we can get in the tunnel, right?
The Lyceum is where. The Lyceum's the graveyard, right? Is that where we're going? Right?
I thought
No,
it was
the Lyceum
hospital,
Hospital, where you guys were just
Oh, the how? Okay, never mind then. Okay, alright, down to the river then.
right?
Yeah. So, well, we'll go. Sorry, what's your daughter's name?
Valona.
Valona.
Now I don't want to do it anymore.
Oh no!
That's all right. You guys can hang out. He's kind of our comic relief, so he might help
Oh.
you out.
Oh, he's joking. You're joking.
Oh, of course I'm joking. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Just
Okay,
that
okay.
that his daughter's name though. Why would he choose that name for her?
It's
Wow.
it's a family name. It's a
Mm.
beautiful.
Just like a-
It means flower in Elvish.
It's as special as your magnifying glass.
It's my magnifying glass has been in my family for generations. It's also very family oriented. I love this glass. My grandfather gave it to me. Well, actually,
All
no, he
right.
gave it to my.
So
okay.
I think we should
Oh, okay.
go, perhaps, and try and find your daughter.
Yes, please.
If you are agreeable to that course of action.
Finding my daughter, yeah, I would be agreeable to that. Yes.
Great.
Okay.
Well,
Should we
thanks.
Great.
spread
Well,
out
why
the
don't you
DNA?
wait here? I'm sure Madame Friona would, gladly give you a drink and some hot dinner, and we'll meet you back.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes, just follow the river. Just follow the river. You'll find.
Which direction? East or west? North or south?
West.
Okay. Great. So we
Hey,
go.
do we
Does
have-
anybody need
Yeah.
anything?
Hey, do we have torches? Because me and you can't see in the fucking dark.
I've got torches.
I could to fucking go.
All right. I think
All
we're
right, so
ready
you head
then.
out. Okay, so you make your way down to the river that cuts through Flan, and you start to follow it. And you can see that there's not. I mean, there's like some activity at parts of the river. You know, things like where there's like a, like a fishery at one point, or there's like a dockside restaurant. But other than that, the river itself is rather devoid of other individuals, because it kind of like sinks down. So there's like a little valley the river flows through throughout the city. You start following this river, and eventually you come across a curious looking arrangement of stones. And you discern that it
Okay.
is a tunnel starting at the river. And you can see that the Lyceum is not directly above the tunnel, but some ways further up the hill away from the river. But this apparently is the entrance to this so-called secret prison.
Now, team, I
And I
really
do-
thought it was going to be a little harder to find this tunnel. I will say that much.
I will agree with that. I would like to, make sure that there's nothing weird about it before we just go right in. But it seems like we found the right place.
Are there guards? And is there light coming from the tunnel?
You look around, you see no guards, and you do not